It's Wednesday, February 5th, 2020, and here's what's happening. Jamestown Public Schools top administrator says he will retire at the end of the school year. Plus, some big names in comedy will be coming to Jamestown. The details in just a few.
And as you take a live look outside from downtown Jamestown, we have a pizza sunshine out there today, but big storm on the way. We'll talk about it next. The news starts right now.
From the team that puts coverage first, this is your source for breaking news. WNY News Now.
And thanks for joining us for WNY News Now. I'm Justin Gould. Our top story, Jamestown Public School Superintendent announced last night that he will retire at the end of the school year. Dr. Brett Athorpe says June 30th will be his last day as the school's top administrator. The super says while his life focus has been to educate students, he has spent many hours away from his family over the past 3 decades in education, and he looks forward to spending the next chapter of his life with them. The school board was made aware of Athorpe's decision a few weeks ago, but the news was kept under wraps until last night. Board President Paul Abbott says the board has already begun its search for a new superintendent. Athorpe was hired in September 2017 after the previous administrator took a job downstate. And a Cole Avenue home was damaged by fire yesterday afternoon here in Jamestown. City of Jamestown firefighters responded to 122 Cole Avenue around 1:45 p.m. and found smoke and flames coming from the rear of the structure. Officials say 3 dogs were rescued from inside the house and later reunited with their owner. The American Red Cross is now providing assistance to the occupants there. Fire investigators have not released a cause of the blaze yet. And a 15-year-old is facing charges following a crash in Cattaraugus County over the weekend. The Cattaraugus County Sheriff's Office says that the crash was caused by slippery road conditions and the teen driver's inexperience. Additionally, deputies say the teen did not have permission to drive the vehicle. Investigators charged the youth with unauthorized use of a motor vehicle on Sunday evening. He was issued an appearance ticket and is scheduled to appear in Cattaraugus County Family Court on a later date. And some big names in comedy will be coming to Jamestown this summer. WNY News Now's Craig McFadden is following this from the newsroom. Hey, Craig.
Yes, Justin. The National Comedy Center announced this morning that Jeff Foxworthy will be part of their annual lineup for this summer's comedy festival. Center officials say Foxworthy will be joined by Saturday Night Live legends David Spade, Rob Schneider, and Kevin Nealon. Spade, currently the host of Comedy Central's Lights Out with David Spade, was nominated for an Emmy for his role in the TV sitcom Just Shoot Me and starred famously alongside Chris Farley in comedy films Tommy Boy and Black Sheep. Rob Schneider has starred in comedy classics including Waterboy, Grown Ups, Big Daddy, and of course Deuce Bigalow. Kevin Nealon, one of the longest-running cast members in SNL history, is famous for his role in the Showtime series Weeds and currently stars in CBS comedy Man with a Plan. Nealon also has an extensive film career, including one of my personal favorites, Happy Gilmore. Foxworthy, the largest-selling comedian of all time, with more than 13 million albums sold, will be performing on Friday, August 7th at the Northwestern Arena. Tickets will go on pre-sale for National Comedy members only starting Tuesday, February 25th at noon at comedycenter.org. The public sale will start on Tuesday, March 3rd at noon. Justin, officials have yet to release the price for the shows. We will keep you updated. In the newsroom, I'm Craig McFadden, WNY News Now.
All right, Craig, great reporting there, and certainly looking forward to those shows. Hopefully everybody is having a great day. Thanks so much for joining us here on WNY News Now. And I don't know about you, but those are some pretty big comedy names coming here to our own little corner of the world. Certainly that headliner, Jeff Foxworthy, I think probably one of the most well-known, but even some big names from like the cast of Grown Ups. It's a big popular movie certainly there. So we look forward to seeing it, and hopefully we'll be able to get a little taste of it too. That'd be nice, and we'll share that with you guys as time comes along. Gotta say hello to Wendy. Good Wednesday to you. Thanks for being here. Hello to Joe. Hello to Topsy as well. She says, awesome, love Jeff. Me too. Hello to Sean, Heather as well. Thank you both for joining us here today. Let's switch gears and get a check of our First Defense weather forecast. Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter, he's standing by with some details on what could be a little bit of a winter weather coming our way on into tomorrow. Hey, Dakota.
Hey, Jay, and I just got to say, I am a fan of Jeff Foxworthy. So here we go with what's coming up. We've been talking about this all week long, about this winter storm that's coming our way pretty much tomorrow and Friday. So in terms of the impacts here for tomorrow, it's mainly going to be this mixed precipitation issue. Again, we think it's going to start as some rain, freezing rain, sleet. Then as we go into Friday, this will all transition over to snow, and we think snow will be the bigger impact going into Friday, and the temperatures really will come down behind it as well as the wind, as the upper air pattern will start to favor a cooler pattern for just a little bit. Nothing showing up on the radar right now, but we've seen a few breaks in the cloud cover. So again, we'll call today partly to mostly cloudy on average. So winter weather advisories are in place. This is for tomorrow for the wintry mess. So all these expire at different times. So basically for the southern tier, this goes until 6 a.m. Friday. For Erie County, Pennsylvania, 6 p.m. tomorrow, and then for Warren County, PA, 10 a.m. tomorrow. And so again, you can see these, all these expire at different times because of the storm projection kind of coming our way. So it'll start originally to the west, and then it will work its way. Then there's also a winter storm watch that is in effect for Friday. This is for potential heavy lake effect snow. All the counties that are shaded in blue, or should I say heavy snow, not really lake effect. So this goes in effect on Thursday night and then goes all the way until Saturday. So there's a lot in the weather department. We're going to be very busy, but today, not a whole lot going on. Mostly cloudy skies, temperatures down into the lower 30s, but we'll time out the storm and all of the details in just a few minutes. Back to you, Jay.
All right, Dakota, looking forward to it. Thank you very much. Coming up, a lot more to tell you about local reaction to last night's State of the Union address, and later, how health officials continue to battle a worldwide epidemic. The details when WNY News Now continues.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvan Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you. When you're on the go, stay in the know by downloading the WNY News Now mobile app. Stay up to date on local news, weather, and sports that matter to you. Plus, subscribe to breaking news and weather alerts from the team that puts coverage first. In addition, watch news as it happens with the Southern Tier's only 24/7 streaming network. Download the WNY News Now app right now. It's free on the Apple App Store and Google Play Store.
Every cookie sold in the Girl Scout Cookie Program helps girls learn lifelong lessons in people skills, decision making, money management, goal setting, and business ethics. It's amazing how much you can learn from a cookie. The Girl Scout Cookie Program. Think outside the box.
And welcome back. President Donald Trump delivered his third State of the Union address to the nation from the U.S. Capitol last night. The president highlighting what his administration has done and what he claims Democrats have failed to do, all while in the unique context of impeachment hearings and an election season. Camille Bernella has the latest from the Capitol.
The President of the United States.
Just hours away from an expected acquittal in his Senate impeachment trial, President Donald Trump delivering his third State of the Union address.
Our country is thriving and highly respected again.
Avoiding any mention of impeachment and focusing instead on things like the strong economy.
I am thrilled to report to you tonight that our economy is the best it has ever been.
A new trade deal.
6 days ago, I replaced NAFTA and signed the brand new U.S.-Mexico-Canada agreement into law.
And immigration.
Illegal crossings are down 75% since May, dropping 8 straight months in a row.
The Democrats pushing back in their response to the president's speech, saying the booming economy is not helping everyone.
Doesn't matter what the president says about the stock market. What matters is that millions of people struggle to get by or don't have enough money at the end of the month.
And Democrats say not enough is being done in Washington on issues like health care, student debt, and infrastructure.
Everyone in this country benefits when we invest in infrastructure. Congressional Democrats have presented proposals to keep us moving forward.
In Washington, I'm Camila Bernal reporting.
And a local reaction is now coming into last night's speech. Congressman Tom Reed, who attended the address, says he was disappointed in the divide that we saw in the chamber, but pleased to see accomplishments highlighted.
I join, I think, with the silent majority of Americans that are saying enough is enough. The people that send us to Washington, D.C. are the American people. They are the ones that we need to stay focused on. They are the ones that we work for, not egos, not to advance political interests each and every day, but to solve the American people's problems.
House Speaker Nancy Pelosi ripped up a copy of the president's speech following the address. Now, earlier in the night, the president shook Vice President Mike Pence's hand, but apparently not Pelosi's. The tension between the White House and the California Democrat has heightened considerably in recent months after the House, under Pelosi's leadership, moved to impeach the president over his alleged conduct regarding Ukraine. Well, in health news, the U.S. Food and Drug Administration has issued an emergency authorization for a coronavirus test. That means qualified labs can now use the test developed by the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention. Previously, only the CDC could administer it. The test uses a nasal or oral swabs to detect if the virus is there, but it isn't 100% accurate. A negative result does not necessarily mean that there's no infection. The CDC had 260 patients under investigation for the virus as of Monday. There have been 11 confirmed cases now. The Department of Health and Human Services declared a coronavirus a public health emergency last week. Well, it's time to honor those who work hard to accurately forecast and report the always changing and often unpredictable weather. Today is National Weather Person's Day, and it honors all individuals in the field of meteorology and weather forecasting and broadcast meteorology. It also pays tribute to volunteer storm spotters, observers, and others who work in that field. To celebrate the holiday, you can send some good vibes to your favorite local weather person, or really anybody else working alongside them. Certainly, we're sending good vibes to Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter. We love you. Happy Weather Person's Day.
Well, thank you very much.
And good vibes to Andrew, who I know is out today, spending the day in Buffalo. But good vibes to Dakota, to Andrew as well, to both of you, because you guys do a great job, really.
Well, I mean, you know, it's the same thing we tell everybody. You know, we try our best. We try our best to, get it right. And of course, you know, we just got to thank you for obviously putting your trust in us.
Right.
And you know, a lot of people think that we only work like about 2 or 3 minutes a day. But you know, our day starts very early. You know, there's a lot of things that goes on behind the scenes when it comes to the weather industry that a lot of people don't know about.
And I think that goes to this type of field and this news gathering sort of thing, is that this broadcast is probably like 10% of what we do, if you think about it. Certainly gathering stories, gathering weather information, putting it together to be presented, presenting it, and then afterwards we review most of the things that we do to try to get better at it. So certainly happy Weather Person's Day to you.
Thank you very much.
And also to Sean Sweatman as well.
Yes.
He's with Chautauqua Weather Today. He is one of our contributors here. He does an excellent job out there in the field, chasing storms, giving us live looks, and I think even to the people, a lot of our everyday contributors and viewers, when it comes time for severe weather or even news, you see something and you're safely able to capture it, you do, and you share it with us, and it helps tell the story.
Absolutely.
So,
and you know, I think we've mentioned this on the air before. When it comes to storm chasing, a lot of people want to be a storm chaser because they see it on TV. But the thing is, it's like, you know, don't go out and chase unless you have the proper training.
Right.
Sean knows what he's doing. He's been trained for many years. He has a lot of equipment on board his truck, and he knows exactly what he's doing.
Absolutely.
So please don't go out there and storm chase.
And I think that, you know, it might look easy, but it's certainly not, nevertheless. I got to say hello to Norm, hello to Lori, Justin. Thanks for joining us. Hopefully you all are having a great day, and we appreciate you being here on the broadcast. And speaking of weather, Dakota, it's going to get a little messy come later on this week. I know you were pretty feverishly working this morning, not able to enjoy your National Weatherman Day holiday.
Andrew does. I don't. No, but that's okay. Let's take a look at this. So let's talk about seasonal snow here, because we're still running below average where we should be for snowfall. 43.1 inches of snow so far this season officially at the airport. We should be at 66.5. That is a 23.4 inch departure, and that continues to grow. Last year we were at 88.4 inches. We were above average snowfall for the year. Here is what's going to be our next weather maker. It is this stationary front that is down to our south. We've been talking about this all week long. There's going to be a wave of low pressure riding along this stalled front, and this is going to bring us a very messy day tomorrow, and then it will change over to snow as we go into the day on Friday. So winter weather advisories are up for basically the entire region. This is for tomorrow, for the potential for sleet, freezing rain. I think any freezing rain accumulation will be minute, but it will be enough to maybe slicken up the roadways. All these expire at different times. Again, 6 a.m. on Friday, you know, essentially for the southern tier, 10 a.m. tomorrow for Warren County, PA, and 6 p.m. tomorrow for Erie County, Pennsylvania. Then on top of this, there's a winter storm watch in effect for all the counties that are shaded in this teal color. This goes in effect tomorrow and will run all the way until Saturday morning. This is the potential for, as it changes over to snow, it could be moderate to heavy in intensity. So again, you know, we showed this graphic yesterday, and this gives us a good idea of what we're looking at here. So here's the stationary front. It's going to stall out right here. This wave of low pressure is just going to ride right along that stationary front, and then as it drags in that colder air, because low pressure spins counterclockwise, so obviously the west side of the storm is obviously going to be the colder side. So as it drags in this colder air, it'll likely be a steady snow throughout the day on Friday that could be moderate to heavy in intensity. We may add some pockets of lake effect into this, and that could definitely bump up the totals. This is one of the super high resolution models that we have on FutureScan. So we'll show you basically today nothing. Now as we go into tonight, you can see this pink line right here. This is that mixture of sleet, freezing rain, and definitely some rain showers. We'll start as snow first, then it will change over to that wintry mix. And again, I think we'll mix in more sleet than we will freezing rain, so I don't think ice accumulation is going to be a big deal. There's the colder air peeking right back to the west, and then watch it as it just moves right in as we go throughout the night on Thursday, and then as we go into Friday. Snow will persist through the day on Friday, and then also with the winds coming across Lake Erie, we wouldn't be surprised if we see some pockets of lake enhancement or pure lake effect on the back edge of this going into Friday and Saturday. So snow totals, this is basically for the first round. About 1 to 3 inches, maybe 2 to 4 on the highest hills, not a big deal. Now let's take Friday into the mix. This is what we're expecting throughout the day on Friday. Probably about 3 to 7 inches on the hills, 3 to 5 inches across the lower elevations. Once you rise up, especially near the Boston Hills, maybe upwards of 5 to 9 inches there, and then the totals start to dip off as you go further south and east. So again, up in the hills, this is likely going to be a plowable kind of snow by the time we go throughout the weekend. So again, this is something we've been talking about. So again, always make sure you stay, you know, weather aware as we go throughout the next couple of days. So 28 at 1 o'clock today, more clouds than sun, but I think we'll see some good amount of sunshine through the afternoon though. 30 degrees at 5 o'clock, and then by the time we go to the nighttime hours, the snow will start to come our way with temperatures down to the 20s. Our lows will occur early, then they will start to rise as we go throughout the 30s overnight. Next 7 days coming up, and 40 tomorrow. That might be a bit high. We may be stuck down into the 30s all day. We'll have to keep an eye on that. 26 on Friday. Look at the morning low on Saturday, 14. Saturday, 27. A few leftover snow showers. Mainly dry Sunday, maybe a small chance for a snowflake. And then Monday and Tuesday, we warm back up again with a few rain and snow showers. Jay and Norm?
All right, Dakota, thank you very much. Norm joins us now with a look at what's coming up in sports.
Yes, Justin. Up next in sports, JCC's men's and women's basketball teams have conference games tonight. That and more when WNY News Now returns.
Want weather now? Download the WNY News Now mobile app and stay up to date on severe weather alerts. Plus, anytime hazardous weather strikes, stick with the Southern Tier's only 24/7 streaming network that keeps you safe. You're all in a tornado warning, so now is the time to go to a safe place, small room, lowest floor, near the center, away from windows. What are you waiting for? Download the WNY News Now mobile app today. It's free in the Apple App Store and Google Play Store.
WNY Sports Now is powered by Phone Zone of Jamestown. With the largest inventory around, we buy and sell our own merchandise at a price that can't be beat. Have a broken screen? We'll fix it. Learn more at phonezoneshop.com.
Happy Hump Day, sports fans, and welcome back to WNY News Now. I'm Norm Rodriguez with a look at sports. Tonight, both the JCC Jayhawks men's and women's basketball teams will be hosting conference games versus Genesee Community College. The Lady Jayhawks game will be at 5:30, and the team will look to shake off an 81-49 loss against Villa Maria in their last game on Monday. JCC's men's team will play at 7:30, looking to overcome a 75-63 loss against Monroe Community College last Saturday. Both JCC teams are on losing streaks, with the women's team at 3 games and the men's team at 5 games. On Tuesday, Rebels players Eric Olson and Giannis Vizbalis received honorable mentions for this week's NAHL Eastern Division Stars of the Week. In last Friday's game versus the Maryland Black Bears, Olsen finished the game with 1 goal and 1 assist, finishing with a +1. Meanwhile, in both games against Maryland, Vizbalis scored a goal in both of them and finished the weekend with a +2. Braden Stannard of the Black Bears was named the East Division Star of the Week. Sticking with hockey, the Buffalo Sabres fell apart at home on Tuesday night against the Colorado Avalanche, getting beaten 6-1. Sam Reinhart scored Buffalo's only goal of the game. Jake McCabe and Jack Eichel each got an assist off of Reinhart's goal. Allowing 5 goals on 13 shots faced, Carter Hutton was pulled for Jonas Johansson, who saved 13 out of 14 shots. On the opposing end, Andrei Burakovsky had a 4-point night, scoring a goal and dishing 3 assists. Valery Nichushkin had a goal and 2 assists. Nazem Kadri and Nikita Zadorov each had a goal and an assist. Buffalo will be back in action tomorrow night at 7 o'clock as they will host the Detroit Red Wings. That's it for sports today. Back to Justin and Dakota.
All right, Norm, thank you very much. We'll start your day out with the Breakfast Baconator, a Frosty or a honey butter chicken biscuit sandwich. Fast food chain Wendy's says it's worth waking up for. The company announced this week that they're going to start serving breakfast nationwide on March 2nd, and it's at 300 plus restaurants around the nation. The Breakfast Baconator features a fresh cracked egg, signature sausage patty, and strips of applewood smoked bacon. Wow, that's a heart attack to start your day, right?
I'll take it. I mean, that in itself just sounds good. I mean,
see, I guess out of all the fast food, Wendy's, in my opinion, is probably one of the better ones, quality-wise.
Yeah.
Wendy's and Arby's, I guess, if you do it. Like Burger King and McDonald's,
I mean,
that's a trip to the bathroom.
Well, I will say, I know Arby's is considered fast food, but it's really expensive.
Yeah.
So
fast food itself today is pretty expensive.
But it's like I don't really consider Arby's fast food in the traditional sense because it's super expensive. I mean, it's a lot more expensive than probably all the other ones put together. I mean, they've really gotten expensive over the years.
And the thing is,
but Wendy's is still good though, and quite frankly, I do prefer Wendy's. I mean, it's like, if you gave me a choice, it's like, no offense to my friends and whatnot, but I don't know. I just like Wendy's better than I do McDonald's.
Yeah.
And I take Burger King over McDonald's any day. I mean, there are days where I do want a Big Mac or maybe
you get like
something
that craving.
like that. Yeah, but it's like, it's just like, if you gave me a choice, it'd be either Burger King or Wendy's for me. So.
Well, and a lot of times too now, especially with how the prices have gone up for those types of changes, and that's the world we live. But a lot of these local mom and pop restaurants, David's for example, you could spend $10 on lunch and get more food than you would going to McDonald's to spend $10, $15, $20. So a lot of times that sort of works itself out a little better. But I don't know. I don't know if I'd try the breakfast. It seems too greasy for Justin.
The greasier the better, Jay.
No.
That's what we say.
No.
When it comes to, especially when it comes to pizza.
Yeah.
The greasier it is, the better it is.
The better.
At least in my opinion.
Does that work the same for the weather forecast?
Well, no. You don't want it greasy. Oh, boy.
Why not?
Here's the day planner. We'll just move on because...
This doesn't look that greasy.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things I could say with that last
comment. A lot of lean meat right here.
We'll just move on. So temperatures rising overnight. This is where we'll start the day around 33 degrees. Rain to a wintry mix. Actually, snow to a wintry mix. Now, the big piece here is that we don't think there's going to be a lot of freezing rain with this. We'll get more sleet, so that'll help to keep down the accumulations. But it's going to be a messy commute tomorrow morning. So just take it easy, take it slow. It's going to be messy throughout the day. This is the first piece. The second piece comes Thursday night through Friday when temperatures drop and it changes over to snow. Of course, we'll give you all the details on the website and on the app right here.
Certainly. And Andrew will be in for you tomorrow, I hear.
Yes.
And you'll be back Monday.
Yes.
So cool. We'll look forward
this
to that.
This Thursday and Friday is actually scheduled time off. Last weekend wasn't.
But nevertheless, we love it. And Andrew will do a great job. He'll probably be one of our big leads tomorrow, so we'll look forward to that.
He'll be the chief.
Dakota, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
That's going to do it for us today. Of course, news continues 24/7 at WNY News Now. We leave you with a live look of the HD News Now cam and the traffic flowing this lunch hour. They're going kind of fast down there. News continues 24/7 on our mobile app. Just search WNY News Now on the Apple App Store or Google Play Store. Have a great day. Enjoy the sun. See you tomorrow.